game is mine. The game is mine. The game is mine.
Yeah, I'm right here with Paul Martin, aka Uncle Butter.
Hey. What up, Cleveland?
First of all, Uncle Butter, how did the name come about?
Well, it started out as Butterbean, named
Okay.
after the boxer, because I used to be bald and clean shaven, and I weighed 270 pounds.
Okay.
So I was really nothing but a little white cue ball. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so from Uncle Butter, from Butterbean, it went to being called Butters.
Yeah.
And then I'm an uncle and a grandfather, so I went with Uncle Butter, and I like it because it goes good with what I usually do. And it's, they always ask me why I go by Uncle Butter.
Yeah.
Because I like to turn it to a smooth, creamy, wet, and steamy on my weenie, baby. Woo! That's right, man.
That sounds like some player stuff, for real. Now, like I said, I got hip to Uncle Butter with the movie The Dummy. And let me tell you, Paul has got some very good talent. He's a great actor,
Thank you.
Turned up in a movie for real, was very believable,
That sounds bad for the part that I played, man. I don't want my grandkids to see that shit.
Hey. No, hold on. No, hey, Uncle Butter, though, I'm about to hit you with a quick story, though, because I feel where you come from. In California, right? I was downtown shopping, like this always happens when you're shopping, right? And I seen some people shooting a movie in a bank, right? And so I decided to mess around with them, right? So I went on the set, right? Like I was a part of the set, right? And they were filming, right? And we're in this bank, and I'm at the account, not at the counter where the person help you at, but where you fill out the information at before you go to the teller. And so 5 minutes into the filming, I see the director, he goes, cut. Something's not right. So they walking around and they can't figure it out, right? But here's my dumb butt. All of the actors and actresses, they were in like old clothes. And I got on modern clothes. But the director and them hadn't figured it out yet, right? So they like, okay, action, right? They took a few people out the scene. They didn't know what was going on, right? So they called action again. I ain't moved. I'm trying not to laugh, right? So then 5 more minutes later, cut. Next thing you know, I see them huddling up with the police on the set, and he came right over to me. Hey, man, so I played it off. Yeah, man, I was late, man. I got the voucher to eat lunch for later. What's up? They like, what's your name, right? I'm like, yeah, Terry. They like, you ain't on the list. You got to get out of here.
I ain't done nothing like that yet.
You ain't done nothing like that
yet?
Now, let me ask you, though, Uncle Butter, how long have you been into acting?
The Dummy was the first thing I did.
The Dummy was the first thing you did?
Now,
how about that type of role for the first thing you ever do?
I'm telling you. But I play Santa Claus. I was the Santa Claus at Richmond Mall 2 years ago.
Yeah, how did that work out? Because we heard some incidents lately about the Santa Clauses. Let me just say it's a vetting process now. You can't just be Santa because you got the stomach and you light skin, what I mean?
When I play Santa now, you got to sign this disclosure,
Yeah.
Santa didn't touch me. He didn't touch me there.
How did those experiences playing Santa in the malls and stuff help you with your on-screen acting and stuff? Did it help?
Oh yeah, I mean, being a comedian, going up on stage, also, that's where Uncle Butter. I do stand-up comedy. I've done it in Youngstown, Cleveland.
I didn't know that.
Canton.
Wow.
I've not been out of Ohio yet. My own reasons.
Yeah.
But I got into that, and then I seen this come up on Facebook for Mafia ties through another comedian friend, and Sharon Largen Vandervoort. She got a long name.
Okay.
And John Wilson. So I sent her my information. They sent.
You had to send them a headshot.
A couple of headshots. And then she asked, well, can you dress a little different? So I did. No hat, take off my hat, all you get is glare.
Okay.
But so I did, and he said, yeah, he's looking like what I want. So they sent me a script. I went through the script, and when I went through the first read, I nailed it the first time.
Wow, wow.
I mean, I am not taking none of this credit. All this talent, all these gifts, the abilities I have come from the man upstairs.
Okay.
I don't have it in me to be that way, you know.
And it started with the comedy.
Yeah, it started in comedy, but if God didn't like sex, why are you here? Oh, we made it sick, you know.
Yeah.
But I do the Mafia ties. We're right now setting up to do it. We're rehearsing.
What's the part you play in Mafia ties?
I'm the main YO50. I am the captain of detectives on the Mafia ties show.
First of all, what is your real relationship with police? Do you like police?
You know, hey, there's good and bad in everything you do. In life, you got to deal with people as they come.
Right.
We don't get to
that,
choose.
True that.
How, you know,
Butter.
we have to choose how we're going to react.
True that, Uncle Butter.
You know, we got to quit being divisive.
Yeah, true that.
It's crazy. I mean, we all bleed red. Look.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, he created us all, but he made us all different. He made us all in his image in a different sighting. Granted, we all come from different areas.
No, reason why I asked, because you got, and you know, Ice-T is a friend of ours, you know, big shout out to SMG. But, you know, Ice-T came up after police, basically, right? Yeah. And now on TV, he's the police, you know?
Well, that's me. I mean, it's an honor to get this role. It's one of the main characters.
Yeah.
And
well, hold on. Let me ask you though. Going back to the dummy and the role you had there, and that being your very first time, I don't want to gloss over that. What did you think about that role when it got offered to you? Did you have any hesitation? Were you or what?
My thinking is I'm an actor, right?
Okay.
If I'm going to be an actor, I got to be able to be a different character, no matter what the role comes up. If it's offering. You know, that was my first time. Yeah, okay, that's a little weird role. Pulled it off, but it's a comedy.
Right.
You got to get to know the person that's playing the role.
Yeah.
You know, that's like when you do acting, you got to figure out the back character, what he's going to be like. And my back character is I'm a 30-year cop. I'm also a Marine combat veteran. So this is set up and shot in the late 90s. It's set up for the late 90s, early 2000s. Okay. So I'm a Marine combat veteran. So where was I at? I was in Vietnam. Okay. Well, I'm a United States Navy sailor. I was in VF-41. Give a shout out to my brothers there. Okay. VF-41, the Black Aces. Okay. That's what we are. We the Gaddafi killers.
Okay. So you a squid.
I'm a squid.
Okay.
That's right.
If y'all ain't hip to them terms, you know, I got into a fight with some Marines in Hawaii, and they called me a squid after I called them a jarhead. You know.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what shit sounds like when it goes through a fan, don't you? Marine. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something though. There is a fact between the Marines and the Navy. We can fight amongst ourselves, but don't let nobody else come in on us.
Yeah, that's true.
We both gang up on their ass.
Yeah, that's real talk.
That's brothers. Because hey, they get